Hello, lab rats. Welcome to more Starsector. My nose is really congested tonight, so forgive me if my voice sounds a bit weird. Last time we got Sierra and some cool drone ships that we salvaged. Which we're probably gonna have to repair. Get much use out of, particularly this one. I went ahead and just mothballed these for now. Sierra, I'm still wondering how exactly I want to build her up. She does have energy mastery, which suggests the best option is short-range energy weapons. But I don't really have many that are good at that right now. I mean, I do have the one ion pulsar she came with. And we have the kinetic blasters, which are really good, as I recall. What I'd really like is a relatively short-range energy weapon that does explosive damage. Let's see. What else do we have? Yeah, for now I think we'll just do the kinetic blasters and the ion pulsar. I guess, for lack of other options, we'll put some mining lasers on the back. And one PD laser and one flicker PD laser? Deadhead Jackal, thank you for the follow! Oh, 1,400 followers! Woo! What do you mean I wasn't following yet? Hi! And these would be for offensive weapons, which I'm not sure what to put here. Just ion cannons, maybe? Yeah, well, she has the ion pulsar equipped. We'll just put some ion cannons here. Oh, there. How am I today? Pretty good. Hi, Cardler. Like, my allergies are killing me and have been for a while, but I am doing okay. I should need slightly more venting. I think unstable injector would probably be good for her. Although we don't really have anything to fit it in right now. Where's unstable injector? Hi, Argentum. Yeah, we got Segura last time. Where the hell is unstable injector? Yeah, it would bring her speed up to 100, which is really good. And she already, with these weapon loadouts, kind of outranges the energy mastery perk, so she wants to be a bit closer. I think we'll go ahead and build in the integrated targeting unit just to give her a bit more space to put stuff on. Yeah, we left our Tritacan commission because the actual focus was always making friends with the AIs, because I've never done that before. And we will slap an unstable injector on this. Damn, that's like really low shield flux per damage. If we could slap hardened shields on this thing too. How much does hardened shields cost? $10. That's that she doesn't strictly need it. She doesn't strictly need hardened shields because she has a lot of ways to avoid fire. She's very fast. And she has their like weird pseudo phase system. This will be a very funny ship when we're done, when it's like actually ready to deploy. Actually, honestly, I'm gonna unmothball that one. That one is fine, and we can slap a gamma core on it. So I can just use the remnant tack lasers on things. Ideally, we probably want another alpha core for the big ship too, once we finally get it like set up. Crap, I overfilled my glass of water. Ah! Filling. Okay. In the meantime, let's get going ahead. Let's get headed back to civilized space here. We can maybe hit up a few systems on the way for exploration purposes. I do want to give a nanoforge to the Dustkeepers. Hi, Six. What are you? You're probably just like a shitty derelict ship. That's like what 99% of static signatures in hyperspace are. A Medusa. Core world civilized? I mean, true. Yeah, I'm not going to bother, but I will salvage the Medusa. Oh yeah, I should update the follower goal. Okay, let's keep going to this, to New Biscay. We're going to explore here. Hello? Huh, it's a big bounty. Okay. And an extremely scary one. Let's investigate this domain era probe. It has automated defenses, but it's like worthless. The biggest is just destroyer. We are going to force auto resolve. Thank God for that mod, because fighting like incredibly shitty derelict fleets is like one of the more annoying parts of exploring. When you like know you can curb stomp them with no effort. We probably should assign more. It's very funny how it causes them to be able to retreat from battle somehow. Anyways, let's go check out this barren world. Yeah, okay, so you got a thing about a habitable world up here, which we should at least explore. That wasn't directly in the way as we headed back, but we should go check that out anyways. Tritachyon black site. Interesting. Illegal ores, huh? Upon closer inspection, it becomes clear that the site has multiple tripwire alarms rigged to it. There is no clear way to salvage anything of worth without triggering them. The whole damn thing is tamper-proof. Yop Chief scolds. Scoffs. According to our quick analysis of the site, it appears to belong to Tritachyon. They'll come and try to stop us from salvaging it. I would expect one fleet, with their total numbers being inferior to ours. They'll most likely try and empty the station themselves, as to not risk any of the valuable equipment falling into our hands rather than try attacking us directly. So prepared to stop them. That's all, Captain. Because there's that one fleet of the system. I can't do it. No! I was going to do it, but I can't. Unfortunate. That would have been a fun battle. MRC is finally dead. That usually happens pretty quickly. We scattered ruins. What are you? Kingslayer class fast battleship blueprint. Interesting. Let's learn that blueprint at some point. Ow. Eurytion. That's a fun one. My MRC always joins an alliance with the hedge and goes hams. I've never seen that. They always get conquered by the hedge immediately in my games. There's some ruins here. We'll explore them too. Some functional bait database containing survey data. Yeah, free survey data. There's that nanoforge we were looking for. Fantastic. I was going to actually sell that to the Dustkeepers just so their ships don't, like, suck ass anymore. I'm going to emergency burn just to get out of this fucking... to carry us to the end anyways. What are you? Oh, you're dormant remnants, it looks like. Oh, new trait suggestion. I'll disregard. Whoa, lots of sensor contacts around the desert world. Wait, are those stellar shades? Those are stellar shades. Yes, they're stellar shades! Ooh, that's neat. That's a neat find. Pre-collapse military base. I think we found that once before. Ooh, beta core. BBC exploration package is really good. I'm going to take all, but those organics are getting dumped. That's the only planet in the system. Let's actually just explore this entire constellation real quick. Oh, that's where Exotech is hanging out, I guess. Arid world, irradiated world, barren world. Barren world, okay. There's something in orbit here, a domain error probe. Salvage it. Nothing especially special. Also, not a great planet. Oh, neat. I didn't realize that's what that meant when it said you could, like, invite them. It's just an ability you have.
I came to laugh at you.
Access the database. Grayek Puspolity. I don't actually know how to pronounce your name. That's what I'm just guessing. But thank you for the raid. If you've never seen Will before, I'm a mad scientist VTuber. I am also a real life scientist. I like playing strategy games, and I like playing strategy games, horror games, RPGs mostly. Typically sci-fi games because they give me the best chance to ramble about real science and stuff. Okay, we got some free survey data. Beta core. All right, this planet, the arid world. Something's in orbit. Another domain probe. Explore. Engage automated defenses. Auto-resolve, because none of these are threatening. We're going to throw more stuff at it this time. Well, I got survey data for a planet, but I accidentally clicked through too fast. We also have too much stuff, so we need to drop a bit. There we go. Another domain probe. Domain error survey ship location Beta Karakum. Interesting. Just drop all the organics. They're never worthwhile. Wait, that's the system we're in. Okay, so it's somewhere in this system. Oh, there's an alpine world there too. A bunch of habitable worlds in this cluster. Asteroid belt, some distance away from the center. So somewhere in this asteroid belt is a domain error survey ship. I'm gonna go dark just to fly slow. I'll approve that. That's fine. Speed up time though as we go. Was that it? Yes, it is. Woo! Some free topographic data. Yeah, not the best loot for domain era survey ship. Merely okay loot again. Drop some metals. Let's get out of here. This cluster in general seems to have like a lot of shit in it. Will we miss something? Oh, we never actually surveyed the arid world, apparently. Oops. Ooh. Oh, this is a good one. You can't soil nanites it, but it would be very good for mining. And it's very habitable. Well, the high gravity and hot is like miserable, but oh, there's another static signal over here that we missed. No, those are just cargo pods from something we did already get. Okay. Hi, Frux. So let's go down to Swang. Well, it's going to vomit us over to here, so I guess we might as well go over to Delta Karakum first. Some sort of signal over there? Another domain probe. Explore, begin salvage operations. Gamma core. That's better loot than the goddamn survey ship gave us. Embarrassing. Abundant doors, not very good. Also, we accidentally overloaded ourselves again. Let's go check over here for more stuff in the asteroid belt. Nope, I don't think we'd probably see something if there was anything. One more star system in this constellation. Inactive gate. Alpine world, cryovolcanic world. Interesting. So yeah, there's like a shit ton of... Also, we got the surveyed for free. It has widespread ruins, poor farmland, sparse rare ore, trace volatiles, abundant organics. So in other words, every resource that it can have, but it mostly sucks. Help me, Vivi. My AI core inspectors keep telling me that some John Starfarer keeps eating their onslaughts. So I asked how many ships he has, and he just goes to the shipyard and gets a new onslaught afterwards. So he said it sounds like he's just feeding onslaughts to John Starfarer. And then the High Hegemon started crying. Interesting little planet. It has ruins, so you do actually have reason to land there to just look at the ruins. Just go explore the ruins. Sacrifice ships to the factory, huh? We honestly have very little reason to hold on to these Quetzals at this point. Or the Mudskipper. Huh. That's interesting. Uh-huh. Oh, we also got VAC fighters blueprints. Huh. It's a very rare ship, too. Oh my god. Holy shit, that built-in gun. Oh, it's actually two of them. That's whack. Yeah. This is definitely going to want an integrated targeting unit. You do not need that many vents. Why do you have that many vents? Base range is 1450. I don't think we can find anything that's not a missile that has comparable range. That thing is literally just a big ass cannon with a ship attached. Yeah. Imagine if I could give it semi briefs. I like having some decent capacitors because that means ships can dive in and out of combat. And it also protects it from enemy burst damage. So this is big long-range sustained damage. We probably want to use this medium universal slot for some kind of infinite ammo thing. Like an infinite ammo missile pod. But let's just put these torpedoes on because it's like a close to the range of the guns on it. And then we probably want to just use these for point defense. I keep marveling at the rigging on the 030 God. Hi, Archivist. Hi. I'm just moving my ears. Also, having atmospheric capable on this thing is like hilarious. Why do I hear Fig barking? It would be funny to put remnant lasers on it for the bonus damage. But overall, we should probably put PD lasers on it, and we don't really have PD lasers to put on it yet, so let's just give it some caps right now. Well, until we have the caps to put on it, let's put some Vulcans on it. Yeah, very backline. I just noticed how big its shield flux is. We should probably give it a bit more vents. Yeah, but it's nice to have a little bit of PD for like missiles and stuff. And fighters. Because your big ship's getting harassed by like claws is like the worst thing in the world. Zoop. Right, let's go investigate the cryovolcanic worlds. There's stuff in orbit around it. Huh. Enigma swarm and like... Wow. That's a lot of valuable ass ships. I would like another hippocampus. Not more than one, though. I will recover a Tritachyon Vigilance. Access the database, get some survey. Oh, it's this fucker! Ah, it's the cruiser with the stupid number of missile mounts. It would be really funny to put the Remnant version of the Annihilator on it. Yeah. Yeah, I want this. I want this. This will be funny. This will be funny. There's also a debris field here with some decent stuff in it. Oh my god, a fucking EOS. Okay. I guess we're like way upgrading this fleet by just recovering this shit. What the hell happened here? Yeah, probably the fleet in the middle. Like, probably this is like a Tritakion fleet that got into a fight with it or something. Hum-ba-dee-dum. Yeah, or our Federation, just because that's the one that won't piss anyone off. Yeah, I'm not gonna cover that. Another hippocampus. An Arachne Advanced Destroyer. So big range harassing thing. Wah 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 wah. Wee wah woo. Hi, Hetza. Yeah, let's recover it. A cordite. Yeah, I'm not going to spend a story point for that. Survey the planet. Decent planet. All right, we should use the blueprints we learned. And we need to mothball some ships that we don't have equipment for yet. Oh, I never turned the sound on. Ah! Okay, that should be fixed now. All right, see you 6. New trait suggestion. Yeah, that's probably better. All right, let's get back to the core worlds. Let's actually go to Galatia. Why would we go to Galatia? What we need to do is we need to do that one mission. In which case we should go somewhere. Yeah, let's go to High Brazil. No, slipstream! Did I hear Brazil? No, like Irish. No, like the Irish mythical island, Hyperseal. I'm not exactly sure how you're supposed to pronounce it. Repair ships at dockyard. Sell all the survey data, which is a lot, actually. I didn't expect it to be that much. And then we got stuff to fit out. Yeah, I wanted to fill this solely with messengers because I think that would be really funny. I guess put some remnant tack lasers on there so it works from a range, because those are like only front facing, so they gotta really be offensive weapons. The alternate is because it does have missile auto forge. We should take something that does have limited ammo. We could have it spam sabos. That'd be funny. Or spam hammers. I don't find many weapons offensive. Yeah, okay, let's have it just spam sabos. If we had a Remnant Graviton beam, that would be really funny to put on it. And so just put a bunch of twin tack lasers. And then we can put, like, collimator? Laser collimator on it. And it can beam shit down. Actually, yeah, we'll switch these out for normal pulse lasers just for the sake of... normal tack lasers just for the sake of laser collimator. Integrated targeting unit. And this thing is a bit slow, so we'll slap on an attuned drive field. What else do we slap on this thing? This might actually be a really terrifying support ship at this point. With the spam sabos and tack lasers. We'll have these be flicker PD lasers and these be normal PD lasers. Since this is a high-tech ship, hardened shield is like never a bad option. However, I think we could do better with just more vents. All right, on this bad boy. Your thing is plasma jets, and you're also a carrier. Huh. I think I'll keep it as it is. You are just a very standard vigilance. Tritachyon vigilance at least. Yeah, let's use tactical burst laser. And high scatter amplifier. Integrated targeting unit. And then just a bunch of vents. That should work. We have like so many planes to put on this shit. Dagger and longbows are already really good. Maybe just run some broadswords as escorts? We could also run the meme Sternfighter gunship. Oh yeah, the fucking lobster fighter. Huh. Let's just run broadswords. We'll run expanded deck crew. Hi, Winter. We are doing well. This also needs an attuned dry field to keep up with the rest of the fleet. I'm not confident enough to not be max speed yet. Remnant tack lasers here would be nice for the damage bonus on targets. For the bonus damage it makes targets take. And then the ship system makes it give point defense, and it also has all the fighters for point defense, and it's a backliner, so I don't think it really needs PD. Hydrangea. By 100%? Interesting. I guess put like a single heavy blaster on it and I can meme with that. At like 1200 range, heavy blaster. Oh, that's so silly. Yeah, I could give them memes to make it even longer. I just think it would be really funny to have a heavy blaster with like actually quite long range. Oh, I am tired. Yeah, we unfortunately don't currently have many good options to put on this thing. If we were to take the twin tack lasers off of this, we could put them on. And get the, like, collimator on it, which would be really funny because then it would be pushing hard flux. That said, high scatter amplifier beam would be 1200 range. Like, we could just run high scatter amplifiers. And it would still be quite long range. But now let's do normal tactical laser spam. Let's take the tactical lasers off of these. I don't know what exactly to replace them with. Maybe the mining blasters? The overcharged mining lasers. I really want more twin tactical lasers. Did I put twin tack lasers on anything else that I could take them off? Oh yeah, I put them on this! Okay, there are other better options for this Tempest than twin tack lasers, than memeing with twin tack lasers. Like just doing pulse lasers. Yeah, okay, so all attack lasers and then laser collimator. And now all these guns push hard flux. At 2,000 range! Maybe stabilized shields? Yeah, stabilized shields. Sniper beam, Elmao, yeah? Just get the maximum amount of flex dissipation. And then we have you, which is literally just for the surveying equipment. We probably should have gotten rid of the Venture earlier. If this wasn't so freaking slow, I'd want to make it my capital ship, my flagship. Wait, this is 72 speed? That's hilarious. I really don't know what to use this ship for. It seems like a weird mix of things. And I'm not sure I'm going to keep it because of that. I was excited to get like a Remnant cruiser, but... like, what the fuck do I use this for? I suppose it's got like a lot of medium energy mounts? Yeah, it's a very jack of all trades ship. I might honestly store it and just come back for it later. Because it is a lot of stuff and I don't think we have anything to kit it out, interestingly. You just get a fairly generic loadout. I should have purchased some Remnant Graviton beams when I had the chance. Right now, just put the 2 pulse lasers on it. And then just some broadswords and claws for the generically useful stuff. For like harassment and distraction. I stripped this because I'm planning on getting rid of it. Right in here, there's some LPCs I'm unlikely to ever use, like domestic goods. And the heavy machinery ones. I mean VPCs, not LPCs. These domestic goods sell well here. These heavy metals sell okay here. Relic components sell the same everywhere. Ship components sell well here. And the difference in how well heavy machinery sells isn't worth going out of my way for. And I don't care enough to find a good place to sell this transbotonics. What ship's for sale? A fucking Astral? What the hell? Okay. Interesting. Oh, and there's that cordite. Would be very funny with Remnant Tachyon Lances. Yeah, lots of stuff you don't recognize. It does say what the mod is from in the description. Like this one is Talon Shipworks. Which I really like the ships from so far. I'm gonna buy this and I'm gonna make it my new flagship. Unmothball you. Unmothball you. Need to unmothball a lot of shit. Wait, what is my automated ships limit? 120 currently. So I'm close to my automated ships limit. I think this one is contributing a lot too. Illegal to store? Okay, I can't start there. I can start with the Dustkeepers. I assume they won't let me repair it either here. They will let me repair it, which is funny. We're gonna need more crew to do this, but a large energy hardpoint. Oh, these do high explosive damage. X-ray pulse laser, lightning gun, which is actually medium-sized. Really, the main attraction is just that it can mount to large thing, and it has high energy focus. Which I think makes it good with strike weapons, actually. Huh. So it's like a strike. It looks like it's a beam, but it's not. I guess it's just a weird auto pulse laser. I'm gonna put this on and I'm gonna run simulations just to see what it's like firing. Oh, that's whack. That's a really weird gun. Okay, in simulation. We could put a kinetic blaster in the other bit in the medium slot, which would be fun. The other thing to do with it would be that if we do AI subsystem integration, then we can do adaptive mods. Yeah, we have energy mastery, so we probably want to do this at, like, shortish range. Integrated targeting unit is mandatory. If we're running that... Oh, this is a lot of ordnance points. I didn't even notice until now. Okay. There's also the ammunition. I forget what it's called. Expanded magazines. Which brings us up to 3 charges for this. If we go in simulation, we can see how this gun works. Why is this so fucking inaccurate? Holy shit. And then we have our wacky little kinetic blaster. I guess I really wish I had better large energy weapons. Oh, they have an autopulse for sale. We can just use the autopulse, actually. Which is always fantastic. Oh, and that's a strike version of the ion cannon. It has shitty range is the one problem. And why I don't necessarily want to run it in combination with the autopulse. I'd like something that's closer to the autopulse in range. I guess I'll just keep the kinetic blaster. Either that, or we run something that isn't a strike weapon, just for, How does that work? How does that Vila bolt conveyor work from the VIC? Oh, that's whack. Look at that shit. But autopulse is always more important. Since this is probably going to be on auto fire, we honestly probably want something that's more constant. If it also had, game also had weapons manufacturer companies. I could also just put them in the same group. Yeah, I probably want something more constant. I guess just run the plasma railgun. What do we want for missiles? I always prefer, like, infinite missiles, but... Oh, right, we have messengers. Messengers are amazing. This already has hilariously low shield flux per damage, so we're going to want hardened shields. And I was thinking of taking AI subsystem integration and building it in to get the, like, one that increases the range, base range by 100. Adaptive pulse resonator, yeah, or something else. Yeah, let's build that in. It also now doesn't require crew. Or at least shouldn't. Yeah, it has 0 minimum crew. And that means we can get the free adaptive mods. Which should give us a really big range on this auto pulse, actually. Let's run a remnant mining laser and then burst PD laser, I guess. Now we should put the burst PD laser on the front. And we'll just put normal PD lasers on this shit. Those should be same weapon group. Messengers can actually be auto fire. And linked. If we run simulation, and that's what the messengers are like firing. And yeah, they constantly regenerate. It's literally just constant waves of these missiles. And then we can auto pulse at like a really long range, actually. And then the ship should also be really tough. And we have high energy focus, so we can couple that with firing off the auto pulse to probably do some like really silly damage. I'm enjoying what I'm cooking up. More events, more flex capacity. Yeah, I'm gonna go store this with the Dustkeepers and the Venture. Fucking probably just gonna scrap it. Yeah, I'm gonna scrap the Venture. We really don't need it anymore at all. Oh, that actually gave us enough crew back. He's very make the ship durable, so I'll just put him on the bigger carrier instead. So our fleet is suddenly an enormous amount more intimidating. I think we should get a Starliner. And since we're at a point where we're not caring about sensor signature, although we are caring about speed, we could pick up an Atlas. Let's just make sure. We do have full speed, right? Allow the scan. Yeah, let them inspect. I like how they still don't care that I have, like, very extremely illegal ships. Okay. The hippocampus, that's what's slow. Okay. Wait, why the fuck is the hippocampus so slow? Oh, it really is maximum burn 8, just by default. Unfortunate. You repair your own ships, you just gotta dry dock, but if you put things in storage, they gotta pay attention and take responsibility. True. Okay, let's get an Atlas. Which, since it's a merchant ship, we don't need to outfit it with much, just to militarize it and slap augmented dry field on it, and that's literally all. So I can keep up with the rest of the fleet. Because I'm not confident about outrunning everything that's about being able to outrun everything that's a threat to us yet. And also Prometheus. Which again, we just need to militarize and slap augmented drives on it. Where the fuck? There it is. And then Augmented Dry Field. Reinforced bulkhead, so it's less likely to die. And now we need to hire more crew. Right, we should get a Starliner too for spare crew. Colonies are so expensive? Yes, they're incredibly so. Militarize and attune the dry field for... Hi, Thorier! And then otherwise just reinforced bulkheads and stable injector. Where is unstable injector? I just have trouble finding it in the list for some reason. How's spacing going? Good! We found like a bunch of really nice ships to recover. There it is. And then we hire a bunch more crew. And then we're going to get a bunch of fuel in Asconia. And then I want to actually do the goddamn frickin' yeah, this one. Which, I mean, the fact that I just increased my fleet's sensor signature by a lot probably makes that not the greatest idea. But we can, like, drop off some of these ships as we go off for it. I didn't mean to interact there. Fuel! That's a lot of fuel to fill up, actually. Alright, let's go pay the Dustkeepers a visit. Transponder off. Sustain burn off so I can change directions. Zon Empire Strike Fleet. Interesting. Alright, we're gonna give them the Corrupted Nanoforge. Warmind available for recruitment. After a few millisecond wait, your connection request is accepted. The static of the feed hypnotically transforms into a digital avatar. Harmonic silver shatters vision scans over you. You are greeted by a sliver of the contingency. Indications you may be seeking to take on a Warmind? Depends what can you do. Huh. Okay, so you can just hire AI officers. Interesting. Okay, why is there an alpha core installed in the Ford ship? Cerulean is a logistics assistant, he explains. We found him in an abandoned Tritachyon world. He operates in the Ford ship's operations under very strict supervision. How strict? There are 2 nuclear warheads strapped to his core housing, each with a separate 4-minute quote countdown to detonation I must repeatedly reset mechanically via cargo drone. That's strict. Seraph insisted. Oh my god. You're a recognized collaborator management subordinate. Let me talk to him. I suppose I am one of those. Okay, please do not do anything nefarious with, to, or alongside him. Dustkeeper automated comsec authorizes your comlink. Erratic warped vectors bend on the screen as the corrupted persona of an alpha core forms. Greetings, greetings, you're very greeted. You're a meat person, aren't you? I am human, yes. Joys! I have not seen a meat person for a long time. Not since Jared put me in the Ultra Comfort Deluxe Tribox trademark, and all the other thinking balls went away to the war. Your bridge crews give you a variety of differing glances, concern, confusion. One is barely able to hold in his snickering. Another quietly forwards you a half-redacted report on the effects of severe physical trauma on artificial intelligence cores. Oh my god! I need to read that again because it's so funny. I have not seen a meat person for a long time. Not since Jared put me in an Ultra Comfort Deluxe Tribox trademark and all the other thinking balls went away to the war. I am Cerulean Faithful. I am here on behalf of the good company to be of faithful trademark assistance to the thinking nutballs and their friends who say, hey, I will have a bad explosion if I do not help them. Nobody likes a bad explosion, so if you are a friend to them, you are a friend to Cerulean Faithful and the good company, the Tritachyon Trademark Corporation. His pace of speech suddenly picks up. The Tritachyon Trademark Corporation does not guarantee any material or other benefits from association with the Dustkeeper Contingency. Cerulean Faithful is not officially representative of the Tritachyon and Trademark Corporation, but tries his very best anyways. Cerulean Faithful is not technically authorized to offer you in particular any faithful trademark assistance whatsoever. Please refer to the yellow one for faithful assistance or to the blue winged one to be shouted at. He does try his best. Yeah? Okay, so it mentions I can give them an AI core, but how does that work? Oh, just sell it to the Ford chip. Okay. I haven't settled the plan yet, no. I plan on doing so. Wait, what's on this? Abundant volatiles. That's like all a gas giant needs to be useful, really. Right, storage here. Oh yeah, I had this that I was going to go repair. What? It won't let me store remnant ships? Whatever, we can store them in the abandoned Astropolis. We don't have quite enough crew to just colonize it without having problems, and we don't really have enough money. To make much out of colonizing it. Let's go ahead and store our really large ships. And store our excess fuel here too. As we go for that one mission. For Glacia Academy to finally progress the Glacia Academy questline. It was Delta Raharos, right? Yep. Gemini is a worth a Persean League again. So many storms. There's a slipstream in the way. If we go here, can we just like slip between the slipstreams? Yes. But then this one will block us. Disregard. I do not care about a salvage rig's maneuverability at all. There's so many slipstreams here. We're gonna emergency burn through this one, or at least try. There we go. And here we are at Delta Raharos, and just as recommended, we're going to save the game, and then we're going to transverse jump in. Acid World, interesting. Might as well survey this. Chemical crystals. Lots of planets in here we can survey. actually. What is that near the star? Because stuff that is that near to the star tends to be stuff that is very impressive. It's exactly what I was thinking it might be. And we found a hypershunt tap earlier. Well, we want to colonize Hollow Hall and at least get stable there first, but, and at least ensure our colonies there or in that region of space are stable before coming around to here, but we can make something really silly with that. Well, Coronal Hypershunt is, like, not actually as good as you'd think, given how much it requires. Go dark. Yep, avoid those mercenaries. What did I see there? Were those more mercenaries? Yes. Luckily, we can outrun them. Oh god, that's Omega! Omega has been evaded. Fear? Yeah. Omega. Spoilers. The big redacted. He usually comes and finds you after you find a coronal hypershunt. There's no outward sign of a Tartakian research base. Captain, your sensors officer brings your attention to a cluster of weak neutrino sources in the southern hemisphere. Wouldn't have caught it if we didn't know what to look for. Hi, Quinto Bean. Yep, send a coded burst on the frequency provided by Sebastian. Almost immediately, a worried face appears, dripping sweat. Stars beyond, she exclaims. You actually came. I'm Academician Future McCormick, and I'm ready to leave right now. She laughs, sounding just a little unhinged. It's been rats and ruin a long, long time. I pulled a copy of all the base archives, and she grins and holds up a small data chip. The little secret Baird wants so badly. The EMP is just about to go off. So don't panic when you detect it. I've hidden a shuttle in a shielded bay, and I'll meet you in orbit soon. Just remember. A frantic alarm sounds behind her. The research looks over her shoulders. Blood's hells. The signal cuts off. The little Doritos that give you free super guns. The EMP goes off like a flashball on your bridge, hollow display of the planet below. All stations set to high alert. You wait 10 minutes for any signs of Baird's informant. There, shouts your tactical officer. The bridge display zooms into a small energy source that just made low orbit, a tiny cargo shuttle without even a closed cockpit. Visual scans can just make out a suited figure riding on its light chassis, weak thrusters pushing a course towards intercept. The Space Ops team usher the free Diktat mission into a debriefing chamber. Captain, she's with panic in her eyes. There's no time. They got a signal out before the comms went down. I've got this. She fumbles with the pouch in her vacuum rig. Oh, something to do transverse jump. No need. I already know how to do that. You? What? I've heard rumors, just spacers' stories, I thought. There's no way you could tune the hyperdrive field that accurately on manual control, and if you made one mistake... She shakes her head forlorn in the conclusion that she's been rescued by a captain whose primary reactor is missing some shielding. You take the data chip from Future McCormick's trembling hand. Provost Baird wants this thing, so she'll get it. You order the active mission to be seen to your quarters and watched as you return to the bridge to decide whether to transverse jump directly to hyperspace or deal with the oncoming mercs the old-fashioned way. I would just transverse jump out. There was something there, but I'm not going to bother to go for it. Return to Galatia. Well, I guess these are actually helpful now. These slipstreams. Ride the slipstream. Let's go to Asconia and pick up more fuel on our way there. Fuel and supplies on our way there. Not necessarily fly through the storm. If it doesn't like significantly cut down our travel time. Your tail pinchers are cute. Ah, thank you, Thorir. Yes, it is my tail. Let me... I can raise it so you can see it better. Oh, we ran out of supplies. Oh yeah, we can finally progress the usurpers too, which would be helpful. Might as well do that now, actually. Yeah, turn the transponder on and comply. Bleh. Bitch. Right, let's go back to doing the usurpers, because we can actually do the fight now, which gives us some decent stuff. Greetings, friend. All is well? Good to hear it. Glory to the Lion of Syndria. Bad news. You've been sold out by Dolos Macario. You watch the blood drain from his face. He knows that he might have a very big problem. What is the meaning of this? You speak outrageous mockery and claim false authority. I should have you arrested for that alone. Transmit the arrest warrant provided by Macario. Now you see the true fear fall across his face. Macario's reputation doing its work. This could be faked. It must be a faked. Why would he send you? Surrender now or I will attack. No. Yeah, okay. Move in to engage. We should generally have the range advantage in fights like this, so we're just gonna set up a defensive line. Oh my god, Sierra is singing. Blast it down. Cutie bot, yeah. Let's kill that. And that. Wow, we are slaughtering them. High energy focus on the auto pulse. Blow to smithereens. Wow, we are way more dangerous than I even realized. This is actually pretty crazy. I am danger, yeah? Just the amount of firepower we put out just like completely overwhelms their defenses. High energy focus, auto pulse unleash. Claim victory. Pursue them. I don't know why I did this manually. Just send in like a few fast ships. Yeah, Sierra will just deal with it herself. Yeah, look at that. Gain the Giga Cannon. None of these are like super impressive to recover, so I'm not going to bother. Ooh, Trebuchet LRM. Giga Cannon! Oh, that's a funny quote. High-ranking naval officers and Ultradyne Asconia Combine Board of Directors rammed through large-scale AM projector weapon development despite objection of engineering lead. Project allegedly initiated at personal behest of so-called executor Trader Andrada. Hegemony intelligence assets report test firing displays dramatic power output, but weapon system integration projected to reduce enemy warfighting capability and fleet action due to doctrinal inefficiency. Recommend no sabotage operation. Yeah, that's way worse than the Autopulse. It's not a very good gun. Yeah, allow the scan. Wait, I didn't have my transponder off. Any salvage? At least 2 months before commotion dies down. Now I need to go find, what's her name? Oksana Hyder. It does have one big shot, yeah. Right, if we do this, we can probably just go there and repair. Wow, do they not have a dockyard to repair with? So let's go find Oksana Hyder. There's the Lions Guard Grand Armada. Where's the Asconia System Defense Armada? Put the cannon on one of the frigates that are just a large amount of engines. Ooh, that would be neat. Oh, we didn't pick up the things from the Dustkeeper's back. Whatever, when we go exploring again, we'll pick them back up. Where is the Asconia System Defense Armada? Alright, see you, Frux. I'm gonna have to spend a bunch of money on supplies here. We can sell some of these, I guess. Oh my god, the system is lagging. There's so much shit. Yeah, if I speed up time, time barely even moves faster. There it is. Let's save before we talk to her. Open a comm link. Oksana Hyder appears on the comms, already seething. You attacked a flotilla of the Sindrian Diktat Navy and kidnapped the commanding officer. An officer acting under my direct orders. I offer you this one chance to stand down and surrender honorably before your fleet is destroyed. Why did you kidnap our officer? Because Macario Kaden told me to do it, to test her loyalty. Why did you kidnap a kid? This isn't Subnautica, okay? I wonder if I should just tell her that it's Macario's scheme to test your loyalty. The option 3 is really funny. Yeah, if it helps, it was Macario's idea, at least after he shot the man who thought it up first. I won't try and pit them against each other this time. That was really funny last time I did it, but yeah, that fleet was smuggling weapons. Now let's take number 3. If it helps, it was Macario's idea, at least after he shot the man who thought it up first. She frowns, then instead of denying your claim, says, typical of Macario, he mistakes cruelty for discipline and fear for obedience. He's a sad prototype of the Diktat's new man. Hyder looks at you for a moment, her opinion perhaps shifting. It's easy to see that she hates Macario and easy to realign her anger away from yourself. You were correct to conduct yourself honestly despite the appearance of the circumstances, she says. So you don't approve of Macario's methods. He conducts himself without a shred of honor while wrapped in the banner of the Supreme Executor. He twists the words of Philip Andrade to serve his own degenerate desires. She pauses, seething. Macario sees what is useful to himself. Observe the results of his actions. Paranoia, inefficiency, and lawlessness. Speaking of the law, you have an officer subordinate to my command. I will take them into custody to deal with per naval court-martial. I will transfer them to your custody immediately. Good, Hyder says, then gives orders to the subordinate who began the process of prisoner transfer. Now then, I believe our business is concluded for the present. She says, tell Macario that my loyalty to the Supreme Executor is unquestionable, and that I shall be making a report of his waste of naval resources to my superior. There's just one more thing. What is it, Captain? Why does the Deputy Star Marshal of the Sindrian Diktat need to smuggle weapons? Captain, I shall be forthright out of respect for a fellow officer. It is intolerable. I have not been given due authority, yet I have responsibility for the system defense armada. Macario, through Caden, seeks to starve my fleets and make me look incompetent. He wiggles the Star Marshal's former armada like a Volturnian angler's bait glow at me over Sindria, while I am forced to run the temporary system defense armada instead. Philip Andrada would have never stood for it if he was capable, if he wasn't beguiled by flatterers and liars, if he was the Philip Andrada I pledged myself to during the Battle of Salus. With Philip Andrada as good as gone, what are you loyal to now? So Macario told you that much, she says in sighs, looking more tired than ever before. She seems to think something over and comes to a decision. The Supreme Executor isn't dead, she says. Not yet. Barely. I fear when he dies we shall be thrown into crisis manufactured by Macario. It could undo everything we fought for. Would that the good ones who followed Admiral Andrada all those years ago were not taken from us. Would that the worst did not rise to the top. Your superior is incapacitated in clinic on Sindria, so who do you report to? I expect Macario told you that. Testing my loyalty from every angle he can find, I'm sure. But it is a problem. To maintain proper hierarchy of authority, the Supreme Executor should have assigned me that rank and accompanying powers. Then I would be able to simply dictate around the supply deficit Macario and Caden conspired to create. But then under Andrada, they wouldn't have dared. Shouldn't you be the Grand Star Marshal if the current one is incapacitated? Yes. A meeting of the High Ministers could theoretically agree to invoke the Articles of Succession, but Macario wants to ensure that it is he who dictates the result of that meeting. And he'll drain the lifeblood of the Sindrian Diktat for as long as it takes. Who should lead the Sindrian Diktat when Andrada is dead? You? She lets out a cynical laugh. No, not me. I am not a great man like Philip Andrada. Give me a fleet, my orders, and my cause. That is all I need to do my duty. He was different. He had vision and a surety of purpose that moved history itself by will alone. How about the Lion's Guard? Could Caden lead? Provided the Navy did not stand in his way, provided the Supreme Executor was dead, then he would be next in line. Could he lead? The Lion's Guard is his personal empire, his church, his cult, sucking up resources for a parade navy. He wastes his time commissioning self-destructive pieces of junk with barely any care for basic warship doctrine, on weapons far too inefficient for anything other than an ordnance parade. We could have made the Sindrian Diktat strong, even great, but Caden had to start a religion. And we had to end up as the guinea pigs of our so-called benevolent benefactors who probably don't see us as anything more than a politically safe way to test their dangerous tech. Andrada enjoyed the worship. He favored Caden, and it blinded him, impaired his judgment. Caden would have martyred her soul to the idol he's built of Andrada. I doubt even Macario could really control him. I'm sure he thinks he can. Sometimes the best leaders are those who don't want the position. Consider it. The comms cut to a holding pattern. You talk to Macario. Oh god, the lag! Why did I go to the jump point? No, we need to go to Sindria. We also need to sell some shit so we can actually have money. Yeah, let's just sell the degraded forge templates. They're useful for stuff, but like, I really need the money. Captain, I'm so pleased to have you join me once again. Deputy Star Marshal Hyder was not too upset. He didn't defend her sense of honor too deeply. But no, I should allow you to speak. He winks and taps the data pad. Do go on. Well, she hates you. Yes, I know that already. I'm just being thorough. She says you can... Of course. Well done. He drums his fingers impatiently. She says you've conspired to hold back her promotion to the Grand Star Marshal. Very good of her to notice. Pity there's nothing she can do about it. She doesn't believe Kaden can successfully lead the Sindrian Diktat. Yes. She's not wrong to see it. Ha! Kaden. Imagine him in charge. Dress up in parades while the worlds crumble. Not to worry. Kaden will perform quite adequately as figurehead, provided he's given plenty of little distractions. She doesn't want to lead the Sindrian Diktat. Good. You can't run a polity like a battleship. Now, she'd simply recognize the business of ruling should be handled by someone more capable. She blames you for the Navy's supply problems. At least she put it together. Hyder will have to use what she's got more effectively and source her contraband more stealthily. I found that many subordinates can thrive under pressure. He adds helpfully. Subject to circumstances, naturally. That's all I have to say. To tell the truth, you've been very illuminating. You can make a reasonable agent were you more discreet. Far more discreet. Happily, I have just the thing. The level of discretion is up to you. You'll find that I supervise with a light hand, contrary to the lies is told about me. If you need to raise a few halves from orbit to extract an agent, why, then I accept your professional judgment. But let me explain. The Lion's Guard has its own intelligence section, of course. Wild about strong-jawed young men enforcing correct ideology and demonstration of loyalty. Light on tradecraft. Sadly, one of Caden's agents on the Umbra has been working for the insurrectionists from the beginning. Take the agent by force. Once Caden calms down, he will approve of you cleaning up this embarrassment, you'll see. Just let him think he's in charge. That's all it takes. How long have you known about this? Off you go now. Two lines of burgundy text manifest in your personal comms terminal. Somewhere in the distance, a comms officer quietly curses under her breath. Finally, he stitches those lips. Care for a chat? Open the comm link. Malformed signal data. The feed drowns in total darkness before burgundy circles fade in a line. The symbol quivers and a creaky, squeezing voice echoes through. Greetings, O treasured starfarer, he begins in an amused manner. How fun it is for you to have mixed yourself in all this running errands for the spider. Okay, so the Dustkeepers are interfering in this quest. That's new. Who are you? Oh, is the data link not working? It should display my name, occupation, and primary affiliation right there. Handy dandy thing. I'm Spyglass. Call me Spyglass. I'm in the spider's business. Though I don't believe he sees me as much of a fellow. I live to serve the Sindrian Diktat. I think you'll have to put a little more enthusiasm for Makari to believe you. Not that I'll care much. He just wants your results, not your fealty. Fortunately, I think the results you want are quite alike just now. What are you proposing? Tell the front that the urn's tipped over. He explains. You'll have your agent. A little bit of facial grafting and a new haircut make us new men. To make a traitor wear the mask of the betrayed is... Oh, I do love my work. Oh, and do let Caden know he doesn't have Hyder's backing in the grab for the crown. Our dear spider does. How do you know all this? Curiosity killed the cat. Besides, time is of the essence. You have important business, yes, Chopped Hut? Why help Macario? Isn't the Diktat your enemy? I have reasons you need not worry your little head with. Best you skip along. Understood. Excellent! I knew you had it in you. Go make Macario and myself proud. Interesting. Okay, that's an interesting new angle. Secret to the Frontiers adding. Lag! I just forced through it with speed up. So let the front know, and we'll do that. Right, just say the urn's tipped over. The urn's tipped over. Her eyes narrow. What in Asconia's fires is that supposed to mean? Then as if a switch flicks in her eyes, they widen. You're with them. She stutters, burying her face in her hands. A favor's a favor, I suppose. Building bridges and that. Tell your handler that one's down. If you even know him. Of course. Aren't you enraged and outraged if gagged agent is quietly transferred to your fleet in a Voltals tank modified for smuggling human passengers? Right, now we need to find Horatio Caden. Scrumpy. I didn't realize I had my transponder off. Hi, Caden. Horatio Caden, Grand High Deputy Executor of the Centurion Diktat, appears before you, looking satisfied with himself. Independent Fleet Captain, you have crossed the will of the Supreme Executor. Looking down at the comms, his voice lowered and gravelly, Caden adopts a practiced pose of menace and authority. A grave error soon corrected. He turns as if you're not worth addressing. You have captured an asset pledged to my authority. Surrender them immediately, and I might contemplate leniency at the dictation of your punishment. I'm doing you a favor by rooting out treason. I have proof. I am the Grand High Deputy Executor of the Syndrian Diktat Spacer. I do not need a favor. Nevertheless, I shall judge the right of your claim. Demonstrate your loyalty now, surrender this agent, and explain yourself. Quickly now, the swift sword of justice does not rest easy in the Syndrian Diktat. I need to use ads. Transfer the agent. Glory to the system. I was gonna what? So glory to the Supreme Executor and the Syndrian Diktat. Death to traitors, he shouts. Your immediate repetition of Caden's last words, presumably from his many bridge officers. Your dutiful loyalty in purging a traitor from our glorious state will surely be rewarded. After the dictation of justice and public execution, of course. So, how does the Chief High Inspector General of the Syndrian Diktat come to trust a spacer with such an essential matter of internal security? Macario's simply doing his job through me, purging traitors for the Supreme Executor. Good. That I expected at the very least. Let me get some water. Dolos Macario is a strange man to rely on you, such an unreliable element. Caden waves a hand dismissively. No offense intended, of course. As an outsider, you do not undergo the discipline and spiritual cleansing induced by total submission to transcendent Andraden ideology. I feel it would be more appropriate for matters within the Sindrian Diktat to be settled by true followers of the Great Movement, not decadent itinerants. Mark my words, Spacer. When I reign, the slack shall be tightened. You would do well to study the teachings of the Supreme Executor, for they map the future of the Persian sector, and indeed the galaxy. You seem pretty confident that you'll be the next Supreme Executor. Of course! Caden's eye twitches like he's trying to determine whether your comment contains subversive elements. Your ignorance is pitiable, Spacer, so I shall correct it. In our great tower of authority, Philip Andrada sits at the apex. He raises a hand, fingers pinched as if showing you a model. Beneath him is the God High Deputy Executor, myself. You do really great voices in reading. Like, honestly, it is really great. Thank you, Thor. Hello? At the head of the personal guard of Philip Andrada, sworn to protect him in body and spirit, to uphold his transcendent Andradan ideology, to purge traitors and their degenerate thoughts from the universe. I am, of course, the natural successor when the tragic day comes that Andrada passes into the infinite. He shall live immortal in our hearts, our minds, and our glorious empire. A word of warning. Hyder and the Navy won't back you. No? What nonsense? Who else even exists? Macario. He only really believes in himself. He is quite insistent about his loyalty to the vision of the Supreme Executor and to myself personally. He looks down Brefferald. But Macario has played larger tricks before. He was born a liar. Did you know he came from a Luddic family? Oh yes, of course, he had no faith. Never has and never will. And at the Battle of Salus, he was a mere intelligence analyst, a junior officer. I suspect he's never accepted that Andrada did not truly favor him and never completely trusted him. A web of intrigue is nothing compared to the might of a full war fleet. When the time comes, Dolos might realize this. So why are you channeling supplies away from Hyder's Navy? A correction is required, Spacer. Is the Sindrian Diktat's Navy under command of the Grand Star Marshal Baldur Charlton? He is a venerated officer and fiercely loyal follower of the Supreme Executor. Few of the Grand Star Marshals of many virtues apply to Vice Star Marshal Hyder, however. She does not burn with passion for the Andradan ideology as is fitting for senior officers in our glorious Sindrian Diktat. You see, from time to time, the state requires a bitter medicine which kills the weak so that the strong may more fully thrive. Powers must be tipped towards a vigorous and stable future. The Supreme Executor saw sickness in the hegemony, and that is exactly why he compelled the birth of a new order from the dying of the old. Now, mind your open talk, Spacer. It could be considered support of terrorism, anti-Andradan sedition, and spreading malicious rumors to undermine legitimate authority, if I were to judge it so. Glory to the Sindrian Diktat. So I got bonus relations with the Dustkeepers and with that one Dustkeeper guy. Let's talk to Macario again. After a short wait, Macario appears before you. He looks hungry. What an interesting time you must have had on Umbra. But never mind that. Tell me, Captain, what was your impression of Horatio Caden? He does a superficially eager and receptive look, then raises a finger. Before I forget, and taps the data pad. Gains 15,000 credits. He doesn't trust you. No? And why not? Caden told me you were raised by Luddics. Something tightens on Macario's face, but he plays casual. You've got him off balance. Did he say that? The man must trust you. You see, Captain. Just follow my lead and you'll get results. People are not so complex. You just need to know where to pull. Some kind of alert chirps on Macario's side. He holds up a finger indicating that you should wait, then turns aside with a killing look on his face. This had better be important. His expression goes slack, processing what he's being told. Then his brow furrows. Acknowledged? I must beg you for a little quick favor, dear Captain. Beg? Oh, please proceed. Macario closes his eyes for a moment. A matter of great urgency and interest has arisen. I need you to make a fast intercept to this transponder location coming in through the fringe jump point. One of my agents who has been working in the Tritachian space is being pursued. They have information of enormous value. Your reward upon in securing the integrity of this information, and secondarily, this agent would be commensurate with the value of said information. That value is immense. Go now. Yeah, sure. It's really funny. You can tell him, like, yeah, he doesn't trust you because your family were Luddics, and he's like, what? The fuck? That's all? Yeah. Yep, accept the comm request. Independent fleet. I have been contracted to undertake an operation which is still ongoing. You must leave this volume immediately. What are you doing? I request that you stay clear of the nearby debris field until it is dispersed. I must investigate that debris field. I shall inform you now that I've been tasked with using deadly force to ensure that the debris remain untouched. Then use force to stop me, as he will. Is this slightly scary? I'm gonna... Okay, Twitch is demanding I run ads instead of using again, which might not cover the full length of the fight. I'm just gonna run some ads now, run to the bathroom, and do the fight after. I'll be right back. I have returned. Let's wait for the ad stand. Welcome back, lab rats. Oh yeah, regarding me doing voices and being good at doing voices and stuff, like kind of expected because I actually have a history of DMing for tabletop RPGs. What do we want to take? Let's go for the comm relays. So we can bring our entire fleet in. Assault that one, just capture that one. And capture that one if it's uncontested. Why did I do that? I thought it was plasma burn. Oh well. I wasted a charge. Since our jammer is down and we can bring more stuff in. Oh, there's already enemies at that relay, which we can fight. Which Sierra is beating the shit out of. Ow, that actually hit us. We have the comms relay as well, which means we can bring in even more stuff. I love the missile spam. They also, unlike the Annihilators, actually have, like, okay tracking. Well, like a tiny bit of tracking, which means they can actually hit stuff way more consistently. Okay, high energy focus, unload the auto pulse. Oh, look at his shield just get completely overwhelmed. Keep harassing it. Pistol Happy Man, thank you for the follow. Ooh, it overloaded! Hey, Hot Scientist, thank you. I have a little bit more and can bring in our last two ships. Okay. Thank you for the cheers, Crow. Oh my god. You're the bits. Okay, we're gonna vent. Okay, bring the shields back up because we're getting shot at. High energy focus, unload the auto pulse. It's dead. Vent again. Get moving. We can assault, switch this to merely control. How's the game been treating you? Good! We've like found a bunch of like neat stuff. We didn't get quite the streamer luck we got on my last stream campaign. Where we found 3 pristine nanoforges like really early on, somehow. Look at those tack lasers just draining all their flux. Ah. Yep, high energy. Getting constantly bombarded with messengers. Another high energy, unload the auto pulse. Oh, it's almost down. Hi, Alchemist. Already taking my coat off, huh? Ooh, enemy fleet is defeated. Okay. We lost the Vigilance and the Lumen. Okay. We are going to pursue them. Order. That's a fucking phase tender. Hydrate, and big stretch and posture check. What's up, Doc? Hi, Orange. Let's stretch. Yeah, let's just order second command to handle it. We have like a bunch of fast ships we could just throw at him. Good girl. Thank you for the head pats. We could spend a story point to get that vigilance back, but I don't think I'm going to. Yeah, might as well. Oh, high value prisoner. And Dagger LPC. That's some good finds, actually. Inspect the core. Your technology officer makes quick work of cleaning up the core and setting up a short-range EM field interface. It doesn't seem long for reports. The contents of the file system held on the core are encrypted, of course, by tri-attacking is best. There is readable metadata. Andrada Perseus, Andrada Hercules, Andrada Jason, Andrada Hector, Andrada Achilles, Andrada Leonidas, Andrada Pericles. It's hard to say. Your tech officer looks hesitant. I mean, Andrada, a list of names, I'd say family of some kind, but it doesn't match anything in the public demography file on Philip Andrada. But if it comes down to the metadata, if you examine that, all of the encrypted archives were created over a period of about a month back in cycle 182. And all of them except Andrada Perseus have been updated within the last week or so. What happened to Perseus? Or what didn't happen? The attack officer glances up and, nervous as if at being seen as impertinent, quickly continues. Perseus was last updated near the end of cycle 205, as if a telemetry feed stopped or lost contact. Or someone died. The technology officer nods at the implication. Author the standard breakers at the decrypt job, but it's theoretically impossible it'll crack before the end of the universe. If you want to read these files, we're going to need another way in. You have backups of the files made. Nah, they're more just connected to my brain. Ooh, a scythe. Nah. Perseus is gone and Sindri is very close to the sun. Zoopity zoppity. Let's save before talking to Macario. He wastes no time with greetings or posturing. I would not be so naive as to ask you to delete your copy of this data. Macario says with inhuman calm. I'm sure your people are quite capable of creating a thorough charade of compliance. I appreciate you not wasting my time. So is Perseus your doing? You wound me with the accusation, Captain. Gained 150,000 credits. There will come a time soon when decisions must be made, dear Captain. I trust you have gained some appreciation for my generous leadership style. What are you loyal to, Macario? Power, of course. I'm just like you. Don't bother denying it. Don't you see it, Captain? I have no need to emblazon my face upon history, merely to direct it. Correct it. Trim the loose ends will hold us back, tie us down. Okay, I should ask him for the ship hulls. Yeah. Because I know what he gives, and it's a really good battleship. Partially electronic. The better bribe is the one that you get if you ask him for experimental ship hulls, because it gives you a really stupid battleship. Ara. You missed some of my very dramatic voice acting when I talked to Horatio Caden. I appreciate you not wasting my time. So is Perseus you're doing? You mentioned experimental ship hull in a previous conversation. Did I? Mercenary to the end, eh? I'll have arrangements made. I am so pleased that you value what I can provide. This will be important, and soon. Don't you see it, Captain? I have no need to emblazon my face. Yeah, the same thing. Look at this fucker! Energy Bolt Cohere! And also has high energy focus. And 350 ordnance. Yeah, there's a lot of big mouths, you're right. Large missile hardpoints here. Yeah, special modifications. The special demod that it's... I love special modifications. Do you use AI in the lab? Yes. Actually, in real life, too. A lot of bioinformatics stuff is using, like, machine learning to fold proteins and stuff. Anyways, I love this. During the inspection of an early prototype, the Supreme Executor was heard to comment unfavorably on exposed conduits running along the passageways and the danger these must pose to the brave and loyal crew under combat conditions. The new chief designer, a loyal officer appointed by the Supreme Executive himself, instructed the Forge programmers to make accommodations for the installation of special blast-proof insulated paneling produced by Sindri itself. If the passages are a bit narrower, conduits prone to overheating, and flush-set panels somewhat unwieldy to access, the official readiness reports including no criticism of these changes. Everyone agrees in both public and, as the Internal Security Minister can attest, in private, that the stark grandeur of the Lion Guard's fleet is breathtaking. Crew casualties in combat are increased by 10%. The base flux dissipation rate is reduced by 5%, and the repair rate for disabled weapons and engines is reduced by 25%. I love that it's counted as a D mod. The Lions Guard modifications. All Lions Guard ships have the STE mod. But hey, it looks pretty, yeah. I will have to store this away because it's so fucking slow and so high maintenance. I could just fit auto pulses in there. Oh, hydrate. Thank you for reminding me to hydrate. And do a big stretch. All right, good night, Thor here. Yeah, I should really wrap up stream soon. I have the mod that makes the maximum ships dependent on their deployment points instead of just 30 max ships. So instead it's 600 deployment points is the maximum. To discourage the capital ship spam of late game. And make frigates actually useful in the late game. I might as well buy those auto pulses, just to mount on it later. Are you battery powered or a mix of multiple types of power generation? My primary power generation is through a glucose fuel cell that siphons oxygen and glucose from my blood to burn it for electrical power. This is a real technology, which is in real life and prototype stages used for powering pacemakers. Because one consistent problem with pacemakers is you need to replace the battery, and that requires surgery because it's a heart implant. But a glucose fuel cell could just work indefinitely. Oh my god, it would be so good to just put 2 Sakura MLRS. Yeah. Launchers on there. The alternative would be to find some X-ray pulse lasers to put on here, I think. For more sustained damage, which might be more useful. But I want to hold on to the auto pulses regardless. I'm mostly just thinking of how I'm going to eventually kit this out. It really wants energy bolts because it is energy bolt coherer. Oh, we could put heavy blasters on it if you wanted to do stupid, really stupid flux consumption. Spawns a system with the name Beta Big Ping. How goes the run? Pretty good. Look, we just completed the usurpers and got the battleship we get from it. The other option, aside from doing Sakura MLRS for sustained damage, is we put Nick Satroposes in it. Yes! Okay, anyways. One thing we're going to do is we're going to go return the scientist to Glacier Academy, because we did that also. And then we're going to probably wrap up for the night, because it's getting late. It's 9 p.m. Don't fall for the bulk coherer meme. Why? Embraced with B-maxing. Huh. Yeah, I suppose. Especially if I did like high intensity, if I did like remnant tachyon lances. Should I B-max with high scout or amplifier, or should I do the straightforward high intensity lasers with laser collimator for extra range? How is the purple core? She's fantastic in combat. Oh, there's a milestone. Maximum number of contacts increased by 3. Huh. Do the IX Hullmod. Which one is that? The milestone skill used to be silly. Yeah, what do you mean by the IX Hullmod? Oh, the tactical laser one. You mean laser collimator? Okay, yeah, then just kit it out with high intensity lasers and tactical lasers and twin tactical lasers. Okay. Oh, we're running out of supplies. I don't have mining hybridization yet. I might as well help them with this pirate armada. Oh, that Gemini doesn't like me enough. Really? They want to invite me to join? That's interesting. Okay, let's just go to Glacier Academy then. It used to let you side deploy any ship? Up in the comm directory, talk to Alvis. Captain, thank you for returning. For returning the researcher. Provost Baird will be very pleased. She's restarting the hyperspace. Well, I shouldn't ruin it. I'm sure there'll be a proper announcement when they're all ready. I did not go to the Voltron with the purple core. I wasn't told to. Anything on your mind? I've had a long time to think about it. I think the Reaper is firmly my favorite torpedo. It stands out, bright red, and you can't miss the impact. Even an Onslaught will be feeling it. The Reaper is a bold statement. Plus, anyone can use it. And use it no matter the missile amounts you've got. It's truly a torpedo to unite the sector. Okay, might have gotten a little intense there. What's your favorite? Oh my god, another bot! Why have I been getting so many bots? Yeah, I love the Reaper. I agree about the Reaper. I'm glad you see where I'm coming from. It's a very serious matter. I wonder, does anything happen if you introduce Sierra there? Work in a hypothetical powered prosthetic. Yes. Although, typically you wouldn't want to directly implant such a prosthetic into the skin because that would provide an interface for infection. Okay, sure. Might introduce... News ads, bitch. Might introduce you to a friend of mine. The academician raises an eyebrow. Oh, is Provost Baird sending you on another mission? I'm not sure I can... He reads the look on your face and stops. If it's someone who wants freelance work, I can probably give them the jobs you skip over. You stop yourself and explain that you just like to acquaint the two of your friends. Oh, right. Of course, who is it? Confirm with Sierra. Wait, who? Oh, is this the funny Academy guy? Yes, no, I'm literally watching Holovids of Birds. Patch me in. Wait, are we doing the Delta level charade or am I just Miss George herself? Tell her to be yourself. Oh, hello, hello. Hi, Alvis. It's nice to meet you. I'm Sierra, an experimental domain phase tech AI. Another bot! Okay, WM Greywind, you're often around and you're cool and you seem cool in the head. I'm going to make you a fucking mod because we need more moderators. You're a mod now. Please ban the bot. If you don't know how to use mod interface, you can just type /ban. Okay, kill the bot. Sebastian's eyes widen with bewilderment and a little confusion. Hi, Sierra. I'm Alvis. He pauses to register. She already knows his name. Sebastian, how are you? Oh, she's great. I got captured by Remnants a while back and Vivi Leandra saved me, so I've been doing a little interdimensional combat. You know how it is. Thank you, WM. Leave them to it. Leave the two of them to whatever is happening. Sierra eagerly interrogates him on the topics of his duties at the Glacier Academy, music interests, knowledge of face technology, favorite floral fragrance, and more. Should do them both a bit of good, hopefully. Elvis is precious. How could anyone dislike him? Thanks for the invite. Oh, gave me a story point. Inquire about available jobs. Let me look at what we got lined up for you today. Oh, it's the Provost Baird wants to speak with you in person as soon as possible. Oh no, that's quite impossible. I mean, she's that is literally can't give you anything until the Provost enables your contract code again. Yeah, okay. Yeah, take a shuttle to meet with Provost Baird. You find a junior academy agent pacing in the landing bay reception lounge. As you enter, they spot you with a look of relief and walk quickly over to you. Captain Leandra, thank you for coming. The Provost will see you immediately if you would just follow me this way. Thank you. The junior agent leads you through a series of back hallways and secure lifts toward the administrative suite occupied by Provost Baird at the core of the station. You are led past diamond matrix windows through which you can see the vistas of curving internal canyons of Glacier Academy Station. The light dims and you approach the front waiting room of the office with the Provost. It is filled with representatives of the most well-connected of the Persian sector whose eyes focus on an interloper like the beam array of a Paladin PD system. The self-assured march of the junior agent seems to project that impression that you're performing some adjutant role. Your presence is immediately ignored. Enter the inner office. Yeah, no worries about it. You seem cool enough. Captain Vivi Leandra of Provost Anihita Baird taps something away on her desk interface and turns to address you. I am pleased that you've come to meet with me and for all the work you've done and all the work you've done for my project already. You didn't think I'd be wasting your time with make work, did you? She considers this for a moment. Well, there's some. Noise had to be introduced to the system to ensure that an outside observer would not immediately identify you as my agent. Which brings us to the subject I wish to discuss. Please make yourself comfortable. Baird motions to a set of seats around a table carved from the root structure of some great tree. Hand-carved by the looks of it, the work of Luddic artisans. They do fine work. Whatever their misplaced devotion. She clasps her hands together, turning to business. Oh, she's Gendo posing again. I got a Gendo pose too. You've proven you can be trusted. So now I ask you that you take a more active role in my great work. And what is this great work? Saving the Persian sector. I don't ask that you like me, and I won't make a sanctimonious appeal to emotion. What I ask is that you recognize rationally that I am pursuing a course of action unburdened by factional demands. Indeed, this will be the foremost effort to ensure the survival of our civilization from utter collapse. Yeah, you should lower my model so it looks a bit better. Let me do that. Oh, so there's an ad break coming up. I can't stop. Fuck. Ah. We will not be saved by a retreat to homesteads on fragile balls of rock, nor by an arms race which throws precious resources into the fires of interfactional squabbling. We have to reach beyond the known, develop theories that shatter all that has come before, and apply radical new technologies to ensure our survival. We must reach further and higher than the domain ever dared. As she speaks, she raises her eyes up towards some abstraction this you think is something she believes in. Tell me more. Your tasks will not be so simple from here on out. I expect you to self-adapt to circumstances in pursuit of the objectives I lay out, and... She pauses for a moment, considering before continuing on a tone colder than before. No matter what you have to do, as long as you pursue the mission goal, I will see that you're rewarded. Securing the future is worth everything. Yeah, I'll wait until the ads are done. How's everyone's night been, if you can still hear me? How is everybody? I want to put the mask on because I think it looks cool. And you can't see my mouth when I'm Ginto posing anyway, so. You had spaghetti? Neat. Not spaghetti bolognese, I hope. Because that's like the worst combination of pasta and sauce. I have no idea why it's the standard pasta everyone makes. I will ruin the Starsector chat with a picture. Ooh, ads are done. Okay. What do you need done? My predecessor, Thomas Calicor, led a series of misguided hyperspace manipulation experiments. How to put it in layman's terms. It was made for me by my elderly vegan neighbor. Aw, that's sweet. No bologna. Well, no, bolognese sauce is what I'm talking about. The standard, like, pasta sauce that everyone knows. Like the tomato sauce. That's like the typical combination with spaghetti in America for some, like, insane reason. Even though it's the worst pasta to put bolognese sauce on because it doesn't, because it, like, slips off spaghetti. If you're going to eat bolognese sauce, you have it with, like, fucking... I don't know, fusilli or something. You need a way stickier sauce if you're going to do spaghetti. Like carbonara. Yeah, Quinto Bean. You get exactly where I'm coming from. Gluten-free weird rice noodles. America, you guys always give me hope of eating. Of my way of eating is not that bad. Bear, Captain, your ships fly through hyperspace with special engines. The gate network of the domain was similar, but also very different. Calicor thought there might be a way to use starship hyperdrives to reopen the gates. Obviously, it went terribly wrong, and the Galatia system was cut off from hyperspace and the jump points were disrupted beyond usability. Though we hear some Yahoo found a way to cross unstable jump points and act well beyond irresponsible considering the chance of cascading resonance event, I apologize, this is irrelevant. Continue. What matters is that once the mess was finally cleared up, the Gemini descended on Galatia Academy with the Technological Inspection Fleet. They tore the place apart, arrested the heads of the Hyperphysics Department and several labs, and of course took Provost Calicor in for questioning, and with little delay, sentencing. He was a fool and too trusting. We lost good people and good research. Scientific breakthroughs are built on the development of theory and, yes, even negative results. I need you to recover Calicor's secret archive. We need his data from that experiment and all the others that led up to it. The hegemony will have kept it. They keep everything. Evidence, of course. We shall also need academician Silica Roos. She was a hyperspace physics researcher, the keystone of the theory team behind the jump point experiments. The hegemony, small-minded as they are, only arrested team leaders in the first sweep. They didn't understand that the underlying theory being tested was largely written by one particular academician who was not suitable for leadership. How can I get the Calicor archive from the Gemini? Following the aftermath of the Galatia experiment, the Gemini technological inspectors seized everything. All the records and data. The most direct approach would be to get access to the data vaults of the Ministry of Technology Standards. They're who you might call the AI inspectors. Serving that among other roles, not trivial, but has been done before. I do have an old acquaintance who's been rising quickly in the Tritakian executive ladder. His name is Ryan Arroyo, based out of Eocubres. You may be compelled to assist us with a human asset on this front. I'll forward you the contact information. Cool. Let us say that his future career opportunities are on the line. Mention me. If you're firm but discreet, I believe you'll find him more than willing to assist. Brian Arroyo, got it. He compromised corporate security to advance his career of a rival. He understands the value of the deal he made with me. You will find him quite cooperative once you get past his inflated sense of self-importance. Do you have any leads on the Silicarus? As for the prodigy of Galatia? Carus was always an odd fit. Brilliant, yes, but she had a way of being distracted with involvement in antagonistic subcultures. Perhaps the Gemini crackdown cured her of that childish affectation. Her family and presumed friends are from Filkenhild in the Western S system. You could start there. If you are observed looking for Carus, you may be contacted by others who are looking for her. That could be useful. You could cut a deal, get some leads. Alternatively, her department was operating experimental technology art packages in the beta Archon system. We have detected some ongoing telemetry that suggests these instruments are still in use, though it isn't clear by whom. I sent you the coordinates. How do you want to handle this, Captain? Are you a diplomat or an explorer? Do you want to find the probes in this vacant Archon system, or talk your way through this vacant Hild? I don't actually know how unlocking emoji with points that works. Anyways, what should I do? Diplomatic path or exploration path? I'm inclined to go explorer because that's always what I've enjoyed most in this game. Explore? Let's say exploration. Of course you are. You're at heart an adventurer, shall we say, aren't you? If you want to change your approach, you must let me know about it so I can ensure you have all the information you require. When you do find Silicarus, I expect her to be unwilling to cooperate. I provided for you an encrypted message. It is a personal appeal from, well, myself to her. It should prove persuasive. I should take Sierra to Voltarnia. Remind me of that next stream, because I'm going to end stream here, because I'm getting tired. I'm, like, tired of shit. I'm sure it will. Indeed, says Baird, looking at you closely. Her trepidation is a rational response to previous events. The investigation's arrest, the show trial of Calicor. But conditions have changed, and she's needed if we are to escape from the stagnant local maxima. When next stream? Next week, Tuesday. I will call, Scylla will answer. A proclamation. Find the Calicor archive. Find Silicarus. Once you've accomplished both of these missions, the project can proceed to the next phase, and that's when things get exciting. So what is the project? You'll see. Yeah, hi, Six. We were about to wrap up anyways. Anyways, let's go find somebody to raid. Oh God, I'm tired. Oh shit, Viria Dureva streaming. She's a good friend of mine. She's playing Deltarune, which isn't really related, but like, I really want to rate Viria because she's a good friend. And I would really love to throw some people our way. All right, I'll be back on Friday where Nebulous Fleet Command is temporarily disbanded because I hate the meta. Anyways, I'll be playing Dead Space instead. I'm finally getting around to playing Dead Space. Here's a link to my Discord. I plug this at the end of every stream now. You should join. I hate how impossible it is to kill Alliance capitals, mostly. But yeah, good night, everybody. I've talked about it on my Discord in more detail about why I hate the meta. Good night.